we are back with the No Money Spent series. Like I said before, we do have a No Money Spent squad. I play all No Money Spent on my main account. I think it's the most fun way to play MLB The Show 21. And just in general MLB The Show games, I've been doing it since MLB The Show 19, getting the collection awards soon, and things like that. Also, by the way, I don't flip the market. I've done very minimal flipping in the market this year, but generally, I do not do it. So if you're looking for ways to make stubs, I'm going to show you how to do that in this series. We did our first episode a few weeks ago. What you do first in Diamond Dynasty. I suggested doing the conquest maps, building up the team, working on those team affinities, and I shifted that. I did the showdowns so I could get the team affinity guys ASAP. Obviously, I feel good with showdown enough to the point where I can get those done. If you are someone who struggles with your showdowns and team affinities and things like that, doing a conquest like I suggested is a good way to go about that still. Here is the squad, by the way. This is what the team looks like. We have a mix of the inning bosses, 42 series players, and live series players we are trying to collect. We are trying to use the players that we are already collecting, or players who can earn for free offline and can't resell anyway. So we have 42 series guys which we earn for free in the team affinity programs. We have the inning bosses like Lofton, Piazza, and Valenzuela, who we did have to buy. I'll explain that again in a moment. And we have our live series players who we are trying to collect and earn. For our live series collection, try to go for Alfonso Soriano, David Ortiz, and Chipper Jones. So that is the goal of this series. Trying to start at no stubs, go towards the live series collections, at least for now. I have 2 of the division collections done, the AL East and the AL Central. So what I did for this is I tried to buy these guys off the market. I think I got all of them off the market. I bought Garrett Cole within the first week at like 83K. I had a feeling his price would go up, so I picked him up right away. And then I just got the rest of the AL East done at that point. Then I got the AL Central and bought them all the other day. Got all those guys on the team just because they are a relatively cheap collection. Now the only thing we need to do is our AL West and get our big boys like Trout to finish up the American League. So, how do they make these stubs? How do they get these players? Let me explain to you my process of how I made these stubs. And this is the general process of how you should make stubs if you're no money spent. I did the first inning program. I got to the boss. I sold Fernando Valenzuela off the rip for like 40 something K, 50, something like that. I don't even remember what it was. And what I recommend to you guys is you try to do the same. Get the bosses and things like that as soon as possible. Be able to grind out the inning program as soon as possible. Get the bosses as soon as possible. Why they have the most value. You can make the most stubs off of that. Here, I did things like playing ranked seasons and BR, playing online mode so I could get that XP. I did the first inning diamond conquest. I did the moments. I did some missions, not all of them, but some of the missions. Got the boss as soon as possible and sold them. And I'll talk about them again in just a second here. Then I got some players from the daily moments, got Giambi and Alomar. I used them for a little bit in ranked. Mainly, like I said before, we did our team affinity. I have the entire American League done, a lot of showdown. In case you are struggling with showdown and you want another method to get these done, check out this video up here to show you a method, a longer method, but some way so you can tackle these team affinities and get these really good 42 series cards for your squad in a more efficient manner. We are working on the NL right now. I'm working on bolstering the pitching because we have been very weak. I'm trying to get Luis Castillo, Max Muncy, guys in the squad ASAP for now. Also, we did our player programs. Our Houston Street program gave us XP, but we got a nice diamond reliever out of that. This Eric Davis gave us a nice bat, and again, XP for the first inning program. We evolved Giambi, things like that. Gave us some extra XP. I also did some offline tops now moments. Some good with single player are moments. I did these tops now moments, which really weren't too bad, and I sold the first couple weeks of guys, Ryan McMahon, things like that, for the subs. But honestly, I do plan on buying them back. It'll probably be cheap by the time I plan on buying them, hopefully for about 5 to 10K. I sold them for like 15, so fair amount of stubs we made off of that as well. So that is just the gist of how we built the squad. We did the showdowns and team affinities, and got a lot of our 42 series guys. We got the bosses, which I did buy the bosses. I spent stubs buying the 3 bosses. The reason we bought the bosses is because chances are if the programs are anything similar to what they were in MLB The Show 20, if you collect all 3 of the bosses, you will get a little voucher which allows you to get a jump start in the next program. So like we have our collections here, where you collect the first inning collection. I bet you that they're going to have a collection like this, the second inning collection, where if you collect the first 3 bosses, you'll be able to get a jump start of, say, 50k XP for trying to get the bosses. And the reason I invested in these guys, I got all 3 of them. Yes, I'm spending about 90k to have all of them. I spent some subs to do that, but this is to make an investment. This is so we could get the next boss as soon as possible and hopefully sell them for even more than that. So even though we got all 3 of these guys, I've sunk about 35k each, so about like 90 to 100k we spent on these 3 bosses. Yes, they aren't the best players, but they are very usable right now. I plan on keeping them. Hopefully they have that first inning collection as a thing in the second inning program. We'll get a head start with the next inning bosses and try to get that 350k XP as quick as possible and sell those bosses for even more. 50k XP for this program was a good head start. I bet it's going to be even better to have this head start for the future program. So, as the bosses get better, they're going to be more valuable, especially if we get them as soon as possible. We'll be selling them for subs. I'll show you, by the way, for next program, the method I use to complete these XP reward paths. This one was a little wonky. There was a lot of things jumbled on. If I get the bosses ASAP for next program, I'll show you guys how I complete that ASAP, so you can do the same for yourselves. Finally, the other way I made stubs was by playing online. So, I played ranked seasons. Right now, I haven't made World Series, but we are a work in progress. We're 30 and 8. We're in CS, so we are relatively close. I'm within reach. And if I make World Series, we're going to get the World Series pack, which hopefully if I get them this week, they'll be around the 90, 96k price point where they are right now. So we get the most stubs out of that. Then, if I get those 10 wins, you will also get a second pack. Again, I'm doing this for subs because I have the ability to make World Series, but if you can't make World Series, you can still get this one pack at 40 wins in the season. There's plenty of time to chip it this in a month, but the sooner you get it done, the more subs you will get out of it. And I'm at 30 wins, and I've been moderately playing ranked. I haven't been playing it too much. Then there's the Battle Royale program. I completed the BR program. I really had fun with it. Played a couple days of BR and got this done. I didn't even go 12-0, by the way. You don't need to go 12-0 to get this flawless BR program pack. You could just get this by finishing 9-1 in a run even. You get a 9-win run and give you a nice little jump. The more wins you get, the faster you'll be able to get this done. Also, just in general, focus on completing these missions. Try to draft these BR glitch guys in your draft. Play out the entire run and tally these stats that the game wants. And it'll help you chip with this program. I sold Solaire, which I sold him for like 80k by the time I got him. And I sold this reward for like about another 80k. So I made about 160k off that. And again, the sooner you complete these programs, the more subs you get. Finally, our last choice of making subs is events. I haven't touched the event, but I know a lot of people love events for making subs and selling the bosses. Miguel Cabrera, for example, goes around 70k. So, pick and choose a mode. Choose a mode that you like. If you have a squad and don't want to hop into ranked seasons, hop into an event, follow the restrictions, and try to get those wins. Hell, if you get a 12-win run, you even get a nice diamond out of that. Also, if you don't have a great squad and you want to just play online and you have some extra subs to risk, try to play some BR. Do the BR program. It was fun. I loved BR. I'm normally not someone who does, but I like the concept of the program. Chipping at that over time, so you don't have to go 12-0 to get the rewards. You could just play the game, play as your main mode, and get that sub count. Then finally, ranked season again. You don't need to make World Series to get the pack. You can just play the game, and you'll get the reward if you get that 40 wins. So again, not too bad. And that's why I made most of my subs, playing online. I did make some extra stubs, which I spent on packs, obviously. I do stream and make content, so I want to do some things to make it fun by ripping packs, buying the bosses like I said before, and things like that. So, some extra subs that I didn't account for there, I did make and spend on packs. I did a little bit of market flipping to make those subs, just so I could rip those packs and, have a good time with the buds and my pack war that I did and things like that. But just in general, that's just me making extra subs. If I really want to be super efficient with my subs and get this done ASAP, I I probably would have completely avoided buying the bosses right now. I would have just sold them for stubs. I wouldn't have opened those packs. I paid like 100 to 150k in packs and things, so definitely avoid those packs. You're trying to get collections on ASAP. And that's in general how I made my subs. I will be making more specific No Money Spent tips videos. I will show you how to flip in the market and show you my tips of flipping. I'm not an expert by any means, but I was making solid subs the other week messing around in the market, things like that. So I will eventually make a video about flipping very soon. Also, I will be making more videos very shortly about investing players we could potentially see going up in value or upgrading their live series cards, and giving you tips of players you could buy and try to invest in and flipping over the long term so you can make some stubs over the long run. Obviously, you can make subs playing the game. If you don't want to sit flipping in the market, actively checking and flipping cards, you could invest in cards, buy them for cheap, and when they go up in value, sell them later and make value off of that. But just in general, that is going to be it for this video. This is the updated team. Hopefully you guys had a good idea of what I did for my stubs. In case you guys enjoyed it and you learned something new, make sure you like the video. I will be doing another part very soon. And obviously we are getting monthly players, and monthly players are great for No Money Spent. I'll show you guys how to complete that when that comes out. Give you tips on how to build the team with those monthly guys. That is going to be it for this one though. You all have a great rest of your day. Like I said, if you want to watch me grind the team, watch us chip at Chipper. Make sure you stop by the Twitch streams. We are streaming every day, 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to hang out, join us, watch me grind the game, make sure you come join us and hang out with us. But have a great rest of your days. I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.